Hello, Rowan Mithril here once again, and we're going into the Wily Star. We're also meeting Piri Pari, which is basically Biri Bari having admitted to his Sniper Joe heritage. So yes, unlike Skull Castle stages, the Wily Star does not split itself up. Instead, it counts itself as one long continuous stage. As such, I'm going to make my own stage breaks, and the first stage shall be the 4 Mega Man killers. Yes, we're fighting 4 unique bosses in one stage. That should be fun. Hey look, it really is a metal under there. Yes, those are now called metal snipers. So, this stage does have a lot of branching paths, but it's really boring and repetitive, so unless I get specific requests, I'm not going to bother showing the alternate paths. Didn't really need those, but hey, they were there, so why not? Okay, time for the first boss. From the first Mega Man Game Boy game, it's Enker. Probably my favorite of the Mega Man killers, looks-wise. You can only hit him when he has his little lance or sword or whatever that's supposed to be, that was close, up in the air. And on each path he leaves himself open to anywhere up to 7 shots if you're really good. In the official art it looks more like a lance he's holding, but there it looks more like a rapier. Whatever. Your space lance was no match for me, Enker. Moving on. Those little alcoves on the side, all they really hold is just basic power-ups. Life up, weapon energy, E-tanks, extra lives, that's about it. Not really worth going for. So as you can see, next up is Quint. Probably one of Wily's biggest strategic failings. According to canon, Quint is Mega Man from the future, captured and reprogrammed by Wily. So think about it. If Quint is really Mega Man, why didn't Wily just load him up with all the Robot Master weapons, make him a total force to be reckoned with? Instead, he gave him a pogo stick jackhammer thing called the Sakugarn, and basically turned him into a glorified Doncatch. Yeah, Quint is really easy to fight. You just have to keep sliding away from his attacks, and that's it. He has a pretty large invincible hitbox, so it can be a bit tricky to land hits on him, but for the most part this is just sad. I don't know if Quint was this easy in his original appearance, but yeah, that was sad. Time for another repetitive fall as we go on to part 3. And Chunkos are back. I suppose we can be thankful, though, that they didn't come back as Pippies. Thank goodness for small favors. Okay. Once more, let's take the short path. We can pretty much just slide through most of this room and get past everybody without any problems. We can do the same in this room too, because let's face it, who really wants to stick around and play with wasps? I know I don't. Okay, time for the third boss, Punk. This guy gave me some problems until I really learned how to definitively dodge everything he throws at you. All you have to do is stay against the opposite wall, and that's it. He probably is still the most tedious of the Mega Man killer fights in this game, if only for the fact that he's such a spaz. He constantly jumps way up out of your shot range, and as he rockets across the room, he's invincible. It is worth noting, Punk is the only Mega Man killer to have a Navi counterpart in the Battle Network series. That's 3 down. Okay, time for a little epic moving spike dodging. And that's enough of that. Alright, off-screen death, I won't question it. Oh, come on. Okay. Time for the last boss in this video, Ballade from the 4th Game Boy game. He probably has the most sophisticated attack patterns. However, he is the only one of the Mega Man killers that does not have any invincible state. So it's all about sliding out from his jumps, dodging him when he runs under you, and then just opening fire. Okay, come on, die, please. That's 4 down. Alright, let's continue just a little further. One more shaft to get down. Oh look, a teleporter. We know what that means, and we also know that that's the end of this video. We'll be doing the next part next time. Remake, really? Oh, took the wrong path, but hi, Eddie. So we'll go with this path instead. Really, either path you take is going to force you to use some sort of weapon or utility. And that sucked. Oh, bad Met. Bad. Oh, bugger. I've really got to study this guy. Hey, you're not supposed to be jumping. Oh, no! And the one-up curse strikes again. I don't believe it. According to canon, Quint is Mega Man from the future, captured by Wily and reprogrammed. Oh, bad timing. It's basically Biribari, but having dropped all pretense of not being part of the Joe family. Ow. I love how the wheel just sits and spins there. Oh, it self-destructs after a while. Didn't know that. However, he constantly leaves himself open to attack. He is the only one of the 4 Mega Man killers who does not have any invincible state. Oh, and he still stomped on me. Bugger! So, really getting through this area, I managed it a lot faster than I expected. I mean, going past 4 different bosses, I really thought I'd be cutting it close to that 11-minute mark. But, really, I had a lot of spare time. I give the Mega Man Killers area 2 out of 10. The main thing is, the 4 Mega Man Killers, they were a lot easier to defeat than I remember in their original appearances. Which leads me to a question. I'm not sure if they were really always this easy and I just never noticed, or if they were severely nerfed for their appearance in this game. Now, I know specifically Ballade had a second appearance in his original game, where he became a little tougher and more frantic in his attacks. He didn't have that here. But, really, they just all felt pretty easy. The stages themselves, they weren't so hard either. Very repetitive, very short, very simple to get through. And speaking of short, I think my music's already cutting out. Oh well. So, yeah, 2 out of 10 for this stage, or stages, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, next up we have, obviously, the Star Droids Rematch room. Thing is, a lot of these guys are tedious, it's nothing we haven't seen before, so hey, you know. Private message me on YouTube, send me some questions, give me some things to discuss on this video. Methinks I'm gonna need it. So, with that out of the way, that's the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again next time. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, fare thee well.